Oz, the Great and Powerful, new movie starring James Franco, directed by Sam Raimi, and produced by Walt Disney Pictures. Uh, so it's kind of interesting. This movie has an interesting history. I mean, uh, everybody knows the classic Wizard of Oz film, starring Judy Garland, from 1939. I mean, really, the whole Oz universe has an interesting history in film. I mean, you've got the three Oz films that came before that, the classic with Judy Garland, and then you've got, you know Disney made a sort of sequel, sort of an unofficial sequel to the Judy Garland one with in the 80s, called Return to Oz. This is not connected at all, and really there hasn't been a lot of like adaptations of like the other Oz stories, just like the Wizard of Oz, and it's kind of weird because like there's just like all these Wizard of Oz like spoofs and takes, but like not like a real like Oz movie like with substance since that original one, at least from what I've seen. But then there's this, and I thought this was really interesting uh, story. It's the Wizard of Oz, his origin story, and really more than the first one, it's the lead actor, the main protagonist that really carries this one. Whereas in the 1939 film, Dorothy was the main character, but it was really carried by like an ensemble, a big cast of characters. You've got Dorothy, Toto, the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, the Scarecrow. You've got all these interesting personalities. Whereas this one, I feel like it definitely is more carried by the lead actor, James Franco, and he does a great job in this movie. Um, Kind of interesting that he finally gets to play Dr. Oz. Just kidding. And yeah, it's pretty just an interesting casting choice. I was watching an interview with Sam Raimi. He said James Franco was kind of like a selfish kid when they did the first Spider-Man movie together, and yeah, of course Sam Raimi did the Evil Dead trilogy. He did the Spider-Man trilogy, the first three. Um, Dark Man with Liam Neeson, which I admit it's not the best of films, but I enjoy it. Okay, and I was really impressed with the world and the depth of the world that they put in this movie. Um, I think some people are not gonna like this one because of how it does harken back to that 1939 film, but it actually, I think, does it really tastefully. It's not like they're hammering the references like in. It's really it's done tastefully, and uh, it's really cool how they sort of hint at things and like show like, oh, this is how that world like this is how the world got the way it is in the Wizard of Oz story, is because of things that happen in this one. And but they were like, I guess when they thought of this movie, I don't know if this is like the original one of the books that they adapted, because there's like a crap ton of Oz books, but in this story there's a bunch of different characters that don't appear in the Wizard of Oz story, at least not in the movie. And you got this flying monkey sidekick character. You got the China doll, uh, and like the good witch. She's more. She has a bigger role in this one than as a character than she did in the 39 film. And it's just it's really really interesting, and more than in the '39 film, they really play up how like the supporting cast looks like people that Oz has met in his, in his like in the regular. I don't know. I don't want to say real world because I guess Oz is supposed to be real too in this sort of. In this one they pretty much end it where he's not without spoiling anything. Uh, it's not like it's not as much like it seems like a dream or it could be a dream like in the '39 film. In this one they're like, yeah, this is real, whether you like it or not. It's not like some Inception stuff where is it a dream, is it not a dream? Anyway, apparently Robert Downey Jr. was was one of the actors that I guess Sam Raimi was interested in for this lead role, but he gave Robert Downey Jr. a plant, and it was dead when he went to his house to ask him about playing Oz. So I don't know if that was a joke from Sam Raimi or he was serious. It's like it's just a plant, dude. Robert Downey Jr. is a busy guy. And then anyway, but yeah, James Franco does a great job. So I was really impressed with the China doll character that I mentioned earlier. The animation on that character and just that character's like backstory was just like it really got to me here. And overall, I think this was a pretty brilliantly done movie. Very visual, a lot of uh, really well done set pieces. But what do you expect? It's Sam Raimi, okay? I expect good set pieces, a visual film, you know, some weird humor in there, okay? But I thought this was really, there's we could say there's a little camp in there too. You got for all you Sam Raimi fans, but I personally think this one's up there in some ways with the original. Of course, the original has pretty much stood the test of time, and by original I mean the '39 film. And like, I don't know if this one. I mean, it's probably not a groundbreaking film like the original one was, but it's pretty good. I mean, it's taken so long for them to make a memorable and successful Oz follow up. I mean, and this one actually isn't the same freaking story. It's like a different story. It's not like uh, The Wiz or Muppets Wizard of Oz or whatever other like spoofs or homages they did. This is like a legit different story, and I thought it was really well done. Um, uh, yeah, that's about all I have to say. Um, 4.5 out of 5, I guess. I think my next review is gonna be Iron Man 3. So see you then.